Hello, I'm Bill Kutik, HR technology columnist for Human Resource Executive for 25 years. With me today is Cornerstone's Chief Technology Officer, Mark Goldin, who has been involved with SaaS applications for such a long time they weren't even called the cloud in those days. And I've asked him specifically to search back in his memory and recall all the questions that end users had from the very beginning, and some first-timers may still have today, for the edification of all of us. So we want to go through these somewhat briskly, but let's start with the old tried and true one. How safe and reliable and secure is SaaS?
It's a really good question, Bill. So in the SaaS world, you can't be too reliable and you can't be too secure. It's like somebody once said, you can't be too rich and you can't be too thin. But in our world, of course, it's all about making the data as secure as possible. The quick answer to your question is it's secure, and we do a really good job making sure that's the case. We're experts in security. I can't say the same for all our clients. Now, some of our clients are too, but arguably your data is safer with Cornerstone than it would be in your own data center because of the tremendous focus that we put on this and the seriousness with which we take it. And that means...
And your customers are dealing with specialists in data security, reliability, and networks and all the rest.
It's what we do.
As opposed to the back office thing that they have in their own shop.
Right, so we should offload all of that responsibility for them so they can sleep easily at night.
Good. Next question. Do I have to take the upgrades all the time?
Yes, Bill, you have to take the upgrades. And it's almost it's a philosophical principle with us. We want all of our clients to be in the same version at the same time. But imagine the opposite. The opposite scenario is everybody's in a different version and everybody's too afraid to take the upgrade. And then you have a mess. You have frustrated business users who don't have the latest features and functionality, and you have an impossible support situation. So yes, you do have to take the upgrade, but we make it as painless and as seamless as possible for you to do so.
And by everyone taking the upgrades, they can talk to their fellow users and everyone's using the same thing.
Very good point. They're all on the same page. They can all participate in our release planning sessions at the same time, and they can talk the same language and experience the same functionality. So,
can I customize this system, or do I have to run it exactly the way you vendors have written it? I mean, what's the story?
You can customize the system. Now, I would use the term configure versus customize. But we have many clients, as you know, and I would say you log into one client, it looks completely different to the other. Or our clients look different and work differently because of the powerful configuration tools we've built into the application. So you can tailor it to quite a high degree without any code customization. So we can maintain what we said earlier, but everybody being on the same release. But your portal doesn't have to look like your competitor's portal or like another company's portal. It can look like it's your own and work the way that you desire to have it.
And I assume you have such things. I know most SaaS vendors have such things as flexible fields where users can create their own fields.
Absolutely. Custom fields, user-defined fields, custom workflows, custom permissions, custom attributes, custom look and feel on the page, color schemes, fonts, you name it.
And unlike in the on-prem world, these don't get overwritten by these annoying upgrades you're always sending them.
Preferably not.
Very good. So how am I going to integrate with my other systems now? I mean, before I could just call an Accenture and they'd send 5 23-year-olds over with cots on their backs to do it for me. How do I do it now?
So integration is a very hot topic. Most clients integrate our application with something. We expect it. And so as a result, we've formed and maintain a very large team, largely based offshore, actually, because we have much additional capacity to focus just on integrations. We call it GTS, Global Technology Services. And all they do, together with their colleagues in the consulting side of the house, is help clients through their integrations, planning them, executing them, sharing best practices, making sure that they work efficiently and survive upgrades as well, using tools and techniques like REST-based web services, outbound and inbound data feeds, and so on.
How would you compare and contrast on-prem integrations of products with cloud integration of products?
The biggest contrast, I would say, is one that you've already touched on. You can do the same level of integration without having to modify code. And so you don't have to maintain the code yourself. We take much more responsibility for that. What you're doing is abstracted forms of integration at the interface level versus right at the code level in the application.
Excellent point. For those who understand it, the most important thing is nobody's writing code.
Right.
So, you know, if I quit you or whomever, do I get my data back?
It's your data. It's not our data. You have the rights to the data in perpetuity. We will return the data to you in the format of your choosing, and it's generally not an issue. Fortunately, most clients stay with us and never really ask for their data back. But should you want it back, yes, it's your data, it's not ours.
And are you going to sell my information to somebody or use it in some strange way?
No, our business model is selling subscriptions to SaaS applications. That's how we make our money. It's not through selling data.
Well, thank you for explaining this still controversial thing. Someday, everyone will understand it.
Thanks, Bill.
Thanks for your time.